Colonel Red Racing from the PRI Show 2022.
Hi guys, Joel Flays with Scalar Performance. I have here our Scalar SCR1. It is the all-electric touring race car. It is based on the Toyota GR86 platform. We chose this platform because it's such a well-handling, balanced car. It's already well known in the motorsports world. We'll start at the front here. We've taken out your typical boxer motor and we've installed a battery pack, which starts here. It's a 65 kilowatt hour pack. It runs through the tunnel, ends up in the back seats. It's chilled with an AC compressor and a chilled water system. Has Olin suspension on it. Willwood brake system, Enkei wheels. And here you can see the transmission tunnel has now become your battery pack. It runs all the way into the back seat. We're running Sparco seats, Safecraft nets, Safecraft seat belts. Here on the side is a little bit unique to an EV car. This is your HV status light. So this light is green when the HV system is all good to go. If it's red, that means there's a high voltage fault. You can press the fire suppression button as a driver or a marshal if there's an incident. It will set off pyrotechnic fuses to disable the 800 volt system. Lifeline fire suppression system will flood the pack with Novak 1230 and the car is now safe to touch. In the back here, we have your motor unit. It's a Stealth EV. Right now we have the car running 330 horsepower, 350 foot-pounds of torque. That motor will do 500 horsepower. It's cooled with a dry sump system for oil and lubrication. Here is your Cascadia motion inverter. Below is all the cooling system for the motor. As you can see, the drive unit there is connected to a 5.19 gear reduction box. That box drops down through the center of the subframe, so that way it doesn't interfere with any of the geometry of the car.
Very cool.
It won't be that bad.
Yeah.
Here we have a closer look at the drive unit from this car. As you can see, the motor and the gear reduction box drop down to the center of the subframe. Inside this gearbox, we took the differential carrier out of the GR86 and installed it in this, so it has the torsion limited slip from it. If you wanted to upgrade to a 1.5 or a 2-way, you can buy it for a GR86 and install it in this gearbox. It uses the factory axles. All the factory geometry for the suspension is kept the same, so that way the car remains as good in handling as it always has.
So EV safety, you've addressed a lot of that.
Yep, the big thing with EV is battery safety and high voltage safety. So we've taken a lot into account with the fire suppression system that runs through the pack. It's the only battery pack right now that will actually flood with Novak 1230. That's not going to stop a lithium-ion fire. That's simply to cool the pack in the event that it's running away, so the driver can get out, the marshals can handle the car, get the car off track to a safe area. All the cells in that battery pack are also wrapped in an HB filler foam. It's a fire retardant foam, so if there's a protrusion through the pack gets deformed in an accident. The cells that are having their events where they're running away will be the only cells that will run away. They'll have their event, they won't thermopropagate through the pack won't melt the car down, the car won't burn for a week. It's a very safe car to drive, very safe car to handle. We've taken safety into account. It was a priority with this car because everyone's afraid of EVs and electrical shock and the fact that they catch fire, run away, and they burn forever. So this car is very, very much built around safety.
And you have, I see NASA signed, so NASA's approved this?
Yep, so we work closely with the NASA directors. It's going to run in the NASA Super Touring Series. Right now it's classed at an ST2 with the power to weight ratio that it has. So right now we're going to be running this car in the 2023 season of NASA.
Any other sanctioning bodies approved it yet?
Not yet. We've had the guys from SCCA come by and look at it, and we were talking to a couple other people that want to introduce EV into their series, and they're kind of leading on us for some safety aspects, what to look for when they bring EVs into their bodies.
And for all of us racers, what's the cost?
So the cost for this car is $209,000. That's the car complete, ready, turnkey, ready to go.
Okay. And what kind of warranties?
Yep, so there'll be a basic warranty on kind of the battery and the motor. Right now we're still determining through testing what that's going to be, how many hours of operation that's going to work. But the nice thing about EV, sure, the upfront cost is a little bit more, but the cost of ownership to run this car for the year, you're not refreshing your motor every year, you're not going through gas. It's way cheaper to run this car each year. You're doing tires and brakes, and even then you're only doing front brakes because regen on the rear axle will take care of most of your rear braking.
So you mentioned that it's already going to be a NASA ST race. How long can this car go at full bore?
So a full tilt race mode, it'll run for 45 minutes.
Wow, 45 minutes.
And it takes
That's
20 minutes to
outstanding.
recharge on level 3 charging at 150 kilowatts.
And how would I recharge it if I'm at a track that doesn't have a level 3 charger?
So super remote situations, call Sunbelt or one of the equipment rentals, and they'll bring a generator out to you that will handle charging this car.
Okay.
And we're not here to save the planet. This is for racing because EV is way faster and as far as a driver's standpoint, EV is the way to go because you're not worrying about power bands, you're not worrying about shifting points. It's just raw power instantly as soon as you press the throttle. We're here because we want to be better drivers and have more fun.
So the horsepower and the weight?
So horsepower is 330 horsepower, 350 foot-pounds of torque. The car only weighs 3,000 pounds, which is 200 pounds heavier than what the car weighs off the showroom floor.
And how do I find out more?
So find out more by visiting scalarperformance.com. Follow us on all the social medias. We're on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. Stay tuned and you'll be seeing some back-to-back races of this against our gas car. We have another one like this that is with the same wheels, the same brakes, everything. We're going to be doing back-to-back lap times and comparisons with the two cars to show you the difference.
Oh, I'll be tuning in to your YouTube channel.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you.